Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7 where we're going to be jumping in for a daily race B today. So we're going to be at Sardegna, Road Track B. A favourable track of mine actually. I have what seems to be quite a good pace around this course. We're going to be in Group 4 today. So of course the Subaru and the Alfa Romeo are pretty much dominating. You will see a variety of different cars, but they tend to be a little bit further down the grid. So we've got 3 races for you today in this one, all a little bit different, and you're going to find out very soon why. So we're starting the first race in P9. We have a Subaru behind us with the Brits, and then we have a Subaru in front of us with the Russian Vladislav. However, you're going to want to keep your eye on the Frenchman sitting there in P11. Keep your eye on that rear view mirror as we're coming into the braking zone of turn 1. First lap, first corner, and out of nowhere, there we go. That is our first dive bomb of the day. We're going to be onto the gravel, building sand castles as we go. Right down the back in P15. We'll see what we can do. We do have a reasonable amount of speed around this track, as I've said before. And of course we still have the Frenchman causing all kinds of chaos further up the field. So I'm sure we're going to pick up a couple of freebies as we look to make our way through the pack here. Already gained 1 as the Frenchman dive bombed into Liam, sent Liam spinning. So we're going to take that position off his hands. The Spaniard here getting it kind of wrong going up the hill. We've got the run, but we're not really in a position to make the move. So we're just going to fall back in line, wait for a better position, which happens to be not right now, as the Spaniard just seemed to turn in on our nose there. That's going to lose us a whole heap of momentum. So we're back down to 14th. Going to gain 1 position there as the Czech driver meeting barrier head first, which is not advisable. That is certainly a way to get a headache. So we've got the slipstream off Liam. Let's see, we're going to back off a little bit here as Liam exits stage right. That is definitely a left-hander, not a right-hander. So we're going to gain 1 more position from our fellow Brit here. And then we're looking to make another move on the Spaniard. Drives a little bit deep there. Going to try and get the look of the inside here. We are kind of there, we kind of pull out, but it's not going to matter because he is going to drive off into the gravel. Still got the position though. Still managed to keep his momentum up, which is surprising, but we're going to get a bigger run coming into this corner. However, it's not going to matter because the Spaniard is going to brake a lot later than us. Actually did very well to get that stop there. I thought he was going off into the sand. We managed to keep it on the track and we are going to keep our position of 11th. We've got a group of 3 cars before we actually meet the Frenchman again. The yellow Subaru here with a penalty, so we're going to gain 1 position on the straights. That's beautiful. I will take that every day of the week. They're going to go 3 wide as the Frenchman also had a penalty. So he's going to be right in front of us now as we sit in P10. Picking our brake marker at the 100 board. So right now we're just going to keep it easy, just going to keep it nice and clean. Not looking to make the move at all, we're just trying to pick up the pieces as there will inevitably be some chaos. We're going to shove up the inside here, which I felt was a clean move. We're going to gain 2 positions. We're also going to gain a position off the Spaniard as he ventured off road, doing a little bit of rally crossing. We're going to gain 3 positions, going through that little section of corners. Now I'm looking to defend this, we don't want to lose the position straight away. However, it's not going to matter as he goes a little bit deep and just gets dumped completely onto the gravel there. But of course, as we all know, karma is a wonderful thing. Keep your eye on the Frenchman in the rearview mirror there, taking a little trip for himself, going completely round. That's going to lose him a whole heap of time. And we're going to fast forward now 1 lap later, where we managed to pull away from Ken. We also gained a position as Greenblood has spun. So we got a gap of 3 seconds to P5. As we fast forward now a couple laps, we have brought that down to 1.5 seconds. However, he's going to get turn 1 all kinds of wrong. He's going to also build gravel castles, not sand castles. Going to go off into the gravel trap there, and we're going to go up another position. A little bit later along the lap here, we're going to gain yet another freebie, as the Frenchman here in the Alpha is facing the wrong direction. That is not the quickest way down the hill, let me tell you that for a fact. And we're going to come home in P4, of course with a penalty. Why wouldn't we get a penalty on the last lap? So as you can see, they're a mixture of A's and B's. Not the cleanest of lobbies, as you can tell by the sportsmanship rating. A couple of A's in there. So we're going to bring home a 4th place. Went up 5 positions there, so not bad for the first race. But now let's move into the second race. We're trying to not get lunged this time from 1 mile back. All keeping it nice and clean. Someone got murdered there in the background, but we keep it nice and clean and safe. And we are still in 8th position. We get a good run on the German here of Silent Bob. Gonna go up the inside, make sure we give him room. He brakes very early. That took me a little bit by surprise. I was expecting him to be there, and then suddenly he wasn't. So we're gonna go up into P7. Gonna gain another position, another 2 positions here, as the Belgium was spinning on the exit. So we're up into P5. We have a gap of 1.5 seconds to the Brit up ahead. We also have the Brit behind of Mucka Blucker. Less than a second back to him. So we're going to try and catch these Alphas. So in terms of the race, I think the Subaru WRX was very strong in the time trial. Definitely a little bit faster. However, I do think the Alpha was the better car for the race. It was a lot more stable. You don't have to deal with the weight transfer, of course, with the added fuel. You get a lot of weight transfer in the race that you don't get in the time trial. So you have to remember that. So yeah, I do think the Alpha, especially with the increased acceleration, was the go-to car in this race. As we go and send ourselves off into the gravel here. Trying to rejoin in a safe manner, not doing a great job. But now we can take the racing line as we have picked up enough speed. Going to try and defend into this long sweeping corner. Of course we do have dirty tyres, so with that is going to play a factor. Looks like someone else there, as Glenn was temporarily ghosted, so someone else spinning there. Very easy corner to spin in the Subaru. Of course all corners are very easy to spin in the Subaru with that weight transfer. That is definitely something they need to look at. We're going to defend this as he tries to go around the outsides. Not going to get that stopped in a million years. So there's 2 Subarus off into the gravel there. Now we can just try and focus and catch up with Andy, which we have done in the next corner, as there was a little bit of contact between him and the Brit up ahead. So on lap 2 now, we've gone up 2 positions, or is it just 1? It might just be 1. Of course we did have our little excursion into the gravel. So as you can see up ahead, we have a little drag race between the Subaru and the Alpha. We all know that the Subaru has the better top speed, so of course we're going to give a little bit of a bump draft to our fellow Brit. Get it slowed down into this braking zone into turn 1. And we both made it through past Andy. So we're going to be up into P6, just behind the Legomobile up in front. We're coming into this corner. He's going to go very wide. So we're going to go up the inside, which is then going to be the outside for the next corner. However, he brakes very early there, almost losing a position to the Alpha. Kind of caught me off guard. But we're going to fast forward now to lap 5, where we are right behind the other brake mucker blocker in the Alpha with a 5-second penalty. So we're going to go straight up the inside of him. Get it stopped into turn 1 there. We make the move stick and we are up into a 4th position. So just like last time, all we have to do now is bring home our 4th position, which we managed to do. Of course, Glenn there right behind us, he was pretty much glued to our bumper the entire race. So we're going to come home with another P4, pretty good result. Of course, we started a little bit further down the grid. It was a slightly higher lobby, so I'm really happy that we got 4th in this one. You can see there Crucian up in front, also a fellow YouTuber. Go check him out if you have the time. But we're going to gain 4 positions in this one, so we didn't gain as many as last time actually, so that is my bad. So we're going to go out in the Alpha now for the last race, starting in P3 for this one. We did improve our qualifying time. Getting underway here, we have 2 Subarus up in front, and of course the Alpha with the much better acceleration. We're going to go right alongside. Although we are on the outside, he is going to keep that position. Just squeezes us a little bit, but it's going to hold on to that inside line. We're going to back out here because we don't want to go out the outside. As you can see there, the South African just running a little bit wide into our door. So we were wise to back out there. We didn't want to go and lose any other positions to the guys behind. So now we just need to keep the pressure on the Subarus up ahead. We've got a couple Alphas behind, so I'm not too worried about them, as we get a massive run here down the hill. Of course the Alpha with the slipstream is the stronger car. I'm going to fire up the inside here going into the corner up the hill. So we get that move stuck. He's not going to get enough of a run to go back for that move. He's actually going to lose a couple positions further back. So that's going to give us a gap to work with, so we can focus on catching up with Britain up ahead, which we do in the next lap. Again, we're just trying to get the exact same move, get the good run going down the hill, trying to get on the inside for the corner up the hill. We're going to go, there we go, the old switcheroo to the outside. Later on the brakes, there is literally nothing he can do. He sees it coming, gives us plenty of room as we accelerate away up the hill. Setting purple sectors of course, because it is only lap 2. But we are going to come home with a 5-second gap actually to P2, so a pretty comfortable easy win for us in the Alpha. Of course a very stable car, very easy to drive. But that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you are enjoying the content, and subscribe so that you never miss a video. But that's going to do it for me. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Pump.